What's going on, everybody? In today's video, we're going to go over my Nightblade build for the Lost Depths DLC. A couple of things to note before we get started. This is not a gank build. If that's something that you're interested in, that'll probably be the next build that I put out, so just make sure you get subbed to the channel. Also, there will be a link to a written guide down in the description of the video. And I have a Discord server. If you guys are interested in coming to chat or hang out, ask questions, whatever, there will be a link in the description for the Discord. Let's start off by taking a look at the buffed stats. Full disclaimer before we look at the buffed stats, the weapon and spell damage that you're going to see is with a 125 Balorg proc. I didn't want to cheese it like a lot of content creators do and show you a 500 Balorg proc because we'll most likely be using our ultimate on cooldown at 125. On the front bar, we've got 30k max health, 28k max stam, 19k max magicka. Our stamina recovery is 2300. Our weapon damage with the 125 Balorg proc is 6000. Our penetration with the 125 Balorg proc is 16,000. Keep in mind these will go up if you have more ultimate when you use your in-cap. Our weapon critical is 54%. Our physical and spell resistance is 23,000, and our critical resistance is 3,000. On the back bar, everything is the same except for our physical and spell resistance go up to 26k. Take a look at the gear. On the back bar, I've got Rallying Cry bow, defending, and I've got double dot poisons. We've got a Rallying Cry neck, Rallying Cry ring, and Rallying Cry belt. The necklace and ring should be infused with weapon damage, and then the belt is well fitted with the Tri-Stat enchant. On the front bar, I've got a Greatsword of Order's Wrath. If you want full damage here, you're going to want to go with a sharpened maul instead of a sharpened sword. But the sharpened sword is a little bit more healing with slightly less damage. We've got Order's Wrath on the boots, well fitted, medium with the Tri-Stat enchant. We've got Order's Wrath on the legs, well fitted, medium with the Tri-Stat enchant. And then we've got well fitted, medium with the Tri-Stat enchant on the hands. On the chest, I've got a heavy Gallant chain reinforced with the Tri-Stat enchant. And then for our mythic item, we're going to use Death Dealer's Feet, Bloodthirsty with a stamina recovery enchant. On the head and shoulders, we're going to use a two-piece Balorg, heavy on the head, reinforced with the Tri-Stat enchant, and medium, well-fitted with the Tri-Stat enchant on the shoulders. Take a look at the skills. On the front bar, we've got Surprise Attack, Executioner, Rally, Camouflage Hunter, and Merciless Resolve. Make sure you're using Merciless Resolve, the Magicka morph. It does more damage. For our front bar ultimate, we're using in-cap strike. We need this because our surprise attack doesn't stun anymore, so we need the in-cap strike for the stun. On the back bar, we're using shadowy disguise. The good thing about this build is there's nothing that relies on cloak, so you can use the other morph if you'd like, if you don't want to use shadowy disguise. Healthy offering, resolving vigor, shadow image. This is probably the most important skill on the build and probably one of the best skills in the game. This is your survivability here. So learn to use shadow image and you'll probably almost never die. Leeching strikes. And then our back bar ultimate is temporal guard. This gives us minor protection, and we can also use it as kind of another shadow image. For the character sheet, I am a wood elf. A Khajiit would also be great for this build. I just prefer wood elf because of the extra stam recovery and speed. We have 64 points into stamina. The Mundus stone we're using is the Thief. We're using Smoke Bear Haunch, and then we are a Vampire Stage 2. If you can sustain it, you're going to want to go Vampire Stage 3. We've got Cloak, we've got Shade. So Vampire Stage 2 has been fun. Passives that you're going to want to make sure you get are all class passives. Make sure you get all your class passives. Make sure you get all of your two-handed passives. For bow, the only one that's really important is the Hasty Retreat. This is going to give us major expedition when we roll dodge. Armor, make sure you get light, medium, and heavy armor, all passives. For world, vampire, make sure you get the Dark Stalker passive and the Strike from the Shadows passive. If you go Vampire Stage 3, make sure you grab the Undeath passive. Guild, Undaunted, make sure you get Undaunted Metal. For Fighters Guild, make sure you get the Slayer passive and Banish the Wicked. Alliance War, grab the Continuous Attack, the Combat Frenzy, and then support, you're going to want to get Combat Medic. And then if you have extra points, grab the Battle Resurrection so you can res your friends quicker. Obviously, grab all of your race passives, and then make sure you get, under Alchemy, make sure you get the Medicinal Use passive. For the champion points, Sustaining Shadows, Gifted Rider, War Mount, Steed's Blessing. For the blue tree, Ironclad, Deadly Aim, Master at Arms, Fighting Finesse, For the red tree, celerity, relentlessness, survival instincts, and Pain's Refuge. All right, I'm going to quickly show you how to play the build. So before you go into combat, put your shade somewhere safe. I usually tuck it behind a wall or something. Make sure all your buffs are up. Make sure your Merciless Resolve is up. When you come in and you're fighting, you want to light weave your light attack and your surprise attack. Should look like this if you're doing it properly. Once you get 5 stacks on your Merciless Resolve, you're going to hit your enemy with a in cap that will stun them. You're going to light attack, hit your spec bow. One thing to note is make sure when you are on your back bar reapplying your buffs, you're always light weaving your buffs. This will help you build your Merciless Resolve stacks faster. So even if you're just back here doing a resetting your shade or whatever, you're going to want to light attack shade or light attack siphoning strikes or light attack vigor. This is huge on this build because you can see I'm on the front bar and I already have 4 stacks built up for my Merciless Resolve. I can go straight into an in cap light attack spec bow, and then that should burst most players who aren't super tanky down to execution range, and then from there you're just going to go with a light attack executioner to finish them off. As I said before, if you guys have any questions, let me know either down in the comment section or join my Discord and ask in there. If you guys are interested in the gank variation of the Nightblade, that'll probably be my next build. And then I was thinking maybe doing something like a Dizzy Swing Templar or something like that. So if that's something that you find interesting, make sure you get subscribed to the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the new patch, and we will see you in the next video.